Greetings, scholars, and welcome back to our study of Pokemon Blue. Alright. So, I did some research, some homework off-screen. The TMs in Celadon Department Store are not great. There's a handful that are useful, such as the Mega Punch, Mega Kick. I don't really remember the others. Oh, I don't want that one. But it's not like later games where you have complete access to Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, stuff like that. Each of those, one time only. So you have to be very smart with your decisions on when to use those. Because they are, at least in my opinion, the most worthwhile TMs to have. There's also the issue that there's actually no Elemental Punch TMs in this game. That was Generation 2 where they introduced that. And I believe the only Pokemon who can learn all of them is Hitmonchan, and his special is terrible in this game. I think it's like 30 something. Which means that's not the option I'm going for, unfortunately, because I was getting kind of excited for having an Elemental Puncher in this game. I think I've said it before, it's one of my favorite builds. However, I just took out specifically TM24 because that should contain Thunderbolt. And with that, I could teach it to Jolteon and have a fast, really strong electric type in my team. Only one weakness, and that's great. Or I could teach it to Gyarados, making him basically my Elemental Puncher, just without fire. So he'll have... I think his moveset would end up being something like Hyper Beam, Surf... Oh. Yeah, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. And that has a lot of range to it. So, it's kind of tempting to just do that. And just like nix the whole electric type thing. And besides, I mean, how much is an electric type really going to be helpful for me? We've already gotten past the water type gym, and there's no flying type gym. I'm thinking I might just give it to Gyarados. I kind of want to sit on it more, but Thunderbolt Gyarados, right? Like, why wouldn't you? It is his one major weakness. His 4 times weakness is electric. I think Gyarados is getting Thunderbolt. Just make him universally my strongest Pokemon. Get rid of Dragon Rage. I don't care if this is the smartest move. I'm not going for the smartest here. Gyarados is really dope, and I want him to have good moves. Alright, so I'm going to just check out what my other TMs contain. Ooh, a Swift. Oh, I've actually been waiting to get my hands on this one. A lot of Pokemon can learn it. Here's a normal type move that hits no matter what. Who should use that? Now, since I don't have Thunderbolt on Jolteon, I think Jolteon's not going to be in the team. Unfortunately. Maybe I should have made a Vaporeon, but then I already have Gyarados. Whatever. I guess Eevee and her evolutions aren't going to be in my team in this game. Kind of unfortunate, but I'll suck it up. That said, Beedrill. Beedrill could learn Swift. And it could be one of his best moves. But what is there a point in like having Swift instead of say Hyper Beam in this game? I don't know. That's tempting. Swift. Because I can get Hyper Beam here. I just have to go to the game corner. Just hang out there for a little while. Counter, I decided that was useless, so I could just sell counter. And Body Slam, that's right. That's a really strong normal type move. I think it was like base 100 damage and I think 100% accuracy. And a lot of my Pokemon can learn it. So that is also an option. Rest. I might not worry about rest. Maybe for Snorlax, but he already has it. Oh, Dream Eater. Oh, man. There's so many options and so many builds. I don't know what I want to do. But I'm going to use part of this episode to discuss the TMs and sell some extra stuff from here. I don't need a lot of it at this point. Oh. I will sell... Okay, I guess I... Can you sell the... I doubt it. I doubt you can sell the SS ticket. Yeah, I'll just start grabbing TMs. I can't carry anymore, so it doesn't even matter. Good. I'm not sure what I want to do. There's just so many options, man. I know I'm sticking with Gyarados. I know I'm sticking with Ivysaur. I know I'm sticking with... Okay, Gyarados and Ivysaur. Let's see. So my team so far has been... I've been using a lot of Sandslash. He's actually really been holding it together real well. Beedrill, he might get tossed after Koga. I'm not sure about that one. He's starting to really peter out, especially because he hasn't learned any good moves. I could teach him Swift, and that could keep him in my team. No, I want to sell. I might just do that. What am I selling here? I think TM18 was something I wanted to sell. Definitely want to sell X Special. Alright. So yeah, there are a lot of TMs in this game that you don't get multiples of, which is fine. I like that, actually. I think it makes you really have to think it through, and if your Pokemon doesn't learn it, then you better make sure, like, learn it through level up, you better make sure that you are using it on the Pokemon you want to use it on. Dang it. I just went through these and decided which ones I wanted to sell, and I'm pretty sure 44 is Rest, and 18 is... Damn it. Look at me, wasting everybody's time. This is counter. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Alright, let's get rid of it. No, not buy. You pizza. Alright. Yeah. So, I think from a game design standpoint, TMs, I think, make more sense being limited. Because then you could just make any Pokemon's, Alright. It changes once you get online, right? Because you could just trade TMs to yourself without an issue. I don't know if you could trade them between generations. Like, if you have a Pokemon... What am I doing? Whatever. If you have a Pokemon, hold a TM and then transfer it to the next generation. I doubt that you could do that. Because TMs change with, like, every generation. So, what's TM... I don't know... 25 now might not even be a TM later. That might be a bad example. I feel like that's Thunder, and Thunder is in every generation, but whatever. And I want to withdraw more TMs. Alright, yeah, well, anyway, you can just... It's easy to get TMs again. If they were just one-time use, it wouldn't be that much of an issue to just say, I want another TM. I want another Earthquake, let's say. I think in Generation 5 there was one Earthquake that you could get, and it was in, like, a temple of some sort. It was, like, black and white that had that. And so, like, oh, this is only, like, post-game stuff. I can only get one. That's actually hard to get, and it's, like, a really good move, so it balances out. But in, like, Generation 6 and plus, it becomes a TM that you could just use infinitely. Maybe in Generation 8 it's a TR, which is restricted, and I'm glad that they kind of brought up both of them. Like, I like having the infinite use... Oh, actually, I don't know what these new TMs are. I like having the infinite use TMs, but then the limited use TRs. Because generally the TRs are, like, way better. They're just stronger moves. Whirlwind I don't want. Thunderwave? I should keep Thunderwave just in case. Teleport? Probably sell that. Okay. Sell bottom one and the third from bottom. Alright, where was I going? And yes, okay, so I think the TM-TR system is best. I don't like how they got rid of using HMs out of battle, because there are no HMs anymore. You don't need to solve puzzles anymore, everything's just given to you on a silver platter. But whatever. Yeah, the TM system, I feel in Generation 7 left me wanting. Generation 6, I probably feel the same way, because it's the same thing, right? And the main issue is just that there's some really good moves or build sets in TMs. I don't want everyone to be able to have an infinite number of Pokemon that can do that. I mean, I don't know, maybe once it gets to the competitive level, it doesn't matter anymore. But I still feel like it's worth having limited use TMs. Because it makes you think it's another, like, difficulty level. That's not what I wanted. But what else is there to really say? I just put those back. So I got these two. Let's see here. So we've got TMs. That's the thing I was talking about, and I think that's all I really need to say about them. I feel like I don't know. I think it's an opinion thing. I don't think it's really worth saying it's a good game design or bad game design. I think it's purely... Oh, Seismic Toss. I'm gonna look this up real quick. Seismic Toss was just a... What was it? 19? Yeah. Because I think I mentioned this earlier. I was wrong about what Seismic Toss was. Seismic Toss inflicts damage equal to... Okay, no, it is what I thought it was. Never mind then. Non-issue then. Okay. So yeah, I want to sell Seismic Toss and Bide. I don't want either of those. Useless as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, no, I think the TM issue that I have is purely opinion. It's not... Well... Yeah, because you have difficulty levels. Different things make things... whoops. Easier and harder. And I feel like making a game easier has its worth, and making a game harder has its worth. It depends on what your demographic is. And obviously Pokemon's demographic is children. That was true with this game. It's true with every game after it. I think there are some Pokemon games that come out that's like, this is for the older fans of Pokemon. But it's still mainly for the children, right? Because it's just what the series is, and that's fine. You gotta know what your demographic is and sell to that demographic. You're not gonna make money selling to everybody to make everybody happy, because then there's gonna be things and everything that makes someone unhappy, and then someone else is unhappy. There's always someone who's unhappy. I'm sure there's plenty of people who love Generation 8. I'm not one of them. I like the game just fine. It's like comparing, like... It's like pizza. Bad pizza is still pizza. It's good. But I want it to be good pizza. I make that comparison with Dark Souls 2 a lot. I'm not a huge fan of Dark Souls 2. I think that the difficulty curve just isn't good. And, okay, Swift. And I don't think that the world is as interesting. It's not like as interconnected as Dark Souls 1 was. In like Yharnam and stuff like that. I find Dark Souls 2 to be less inspired. Right, so I got two normal type moves. Both of them were worth using. Oh yeah, but Dark Souls 2 is still a good game. It's like a 6 out of 10 rather than a 9 out of 10 I would give to Dark Souls 1. Or even like, it's probably even a 7 or 8 for me, but still. It's frustrating playing one game and then being like, but I want more of the first one. And like, I see the problem with that thought process, but that's still how I feel. So I just have that kind of negative connotation of Dark Souls 2. Which is also true for Generation 7 and 8. For Pokemon. It's just... I just want a good Pokemon game. I want Generation 4. I want Generation... I thought 6 was really good. Even though there was some weird stuff with it, I still thought it was great. Generation 5... It's grown on me. I think it's grown on a lot of people. Alright, yeah, okay. Last thing I'm gonna do in this before I go to the next episode. I need to decide... Fire type is worth keeping, so I'm keeping Vulpix. Unfortunately, Jolteon's going away. Beedrill I'm keeping for now. Sandslash is, like, that's my highest level, so I'm keeping Sandslash. Everyone else is just like... I'm not feeling it, you know? Yeah, that's fine. Box 1, I check these guys out. Machop, tempting. I think If I'm gonna get a fighting type, it's probably gonna be Hitmonlee, though. Mainly because of high jump kick, though I don't know how that really differs from... there's another move in this generation I was looking at. I don't remember what it was. Submission. That's what it was. Similar. That's right, because high jump kick is if you miss, you get recoil. Submission is when you hit, you get recoil. That's what it is. Okay, so yeah, no Machop. Onyx. I don't really have a decent rock type, but I think I'm gonna use Aerodactyl as my flyer. So, actually, hold on. Back to Bulbapedia. Aerodactyl. Do you even learn fly? I'll keep this page up for now because I might go back to it later. Just bring up another page and because there's a lot of there it is. A lot of Pokemon this generation that, despite being a flying type, just don't learn fly. And Gyarados is a great example of that. Learn set. Oh wow, Aerodactyl learns like nothing in Generation 7. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Oh, Wing Attack. It'll be my first, like, decent, I guess, flying type move. Let's see. Yes, he learns Fly. Okay. He will be my flyer, and it'll be awesome because he's also... He doesn't learn any rock type moves. What is this game, man? I just want my Pokemon to learn stab moves. Like, he's still worth having, right? Because, yeah, like, look at these stats. That's speed, and like all these resistances that he has. Where's resistances? It's here. Yeah, look at that. And like, you see ice in the Elite Four, but other than that, there's no rock, there's no water. I mean, there are onyxes in the Elite Four, but whatever. No electric. Sure, I'm sure that like Dragonite has Thunderbolt, but still. Oh man, would that be worth it? It's Aerodactyl, right? With his speed and his... Oh man, no, that's Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, of course his speed is like massive. Yeah, I mean, that's good attack. I probably shouldn't bother looking up things like this for my teams, but how do you even spell Dodrio? Is it Dodrio? Dodrio, that's what it is. But anyway, I guess I will make sure, because like if the fight is between Dodrio and Aerodactyl, yeah, they're pretty similar. Okay, no, that's Generation 7. Oh, he's a little bit slower. Huh. Aerodactyl might actually be more worth it. Let's see. But Dodrio gets Tri-Attack. Right? Tri-Attack, he gets Joe-Peck. It's good stuff. Sky Attack's a thing. I forgot about that. I don't even know where you get that. And he can fly, despite, I'm pretty sure, ostriches? Is he like the ostrich Pokemon? Triple bird Pokemon, of course. How could I be so foolish? I don't think that I think they're flightless birds. That's what I'm trying to say. Anywho, it's probably about time I end this episode. Jeez Louise. I need to withdraw one more Pokemon, right? So let's probably just get like, let's get the Butterfree back out, or Meowth, so I could evolve him. He's got to be close, right? Yeah, I think I'll do Meowth. Alright. And with that, sure. Bit of an episode there. Thank you so much for watching. More TMs in the next episode, probably, because, I mean, I didn't go through everything I wanted to go over. What a mess.